And last week, we signed a historic agreement to end the conflict with Iran, fully open the Strait of Hormuz, and accomplish what no president has ever been able to accomplish before. Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. That's done. And thanks to the power and skill of the United States Armed Forces, today Iran has no Navy, no Air Force, no anti-aircraft capacity, no missile launches, no manufacturing, and their leadership has been obliterated. And for the first time in 3,000 years, we are finally going to have peace in the Middle East. We're going to have peace in the Middle East. Since the agreement, the stock market and your 401ks are skyrocketing upward, and oil prices are plummeting downward. Today, it hit a new low, and the world is a much safer place. We had to make that little journey to Iran to do what we did. Very soon, you'll be at $2.50 a gallon for gasoline. And even lower than that, just like it was before we took the nuclear weapon away from Iran, and it will be away from Iran for a very long time. Forever, really.
It's a lot of money.
If the war with Iran could cause a worldwide depression, as you noted, Mr. President, are you willing to risk economic catastrophe and strike Iran
Well,
again?
not the way I'm doing it. It's not going to cause depression.
Yes, but if they don't abide by the
Well,
memorandum
nuclear
of
weapon
understanding.
supersedes depression. Depression's real bad. Nuclear weapon will cause depression much more quickly. The way we're doing it, we have the opposite of depression. We're doing really well.
God had another plan.
The numbers are incredible. The oil is at a level nobody's ever seen before.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you are here. I'm grateful I have air in my lungs. I am grateful for all the pain that has ever happened to me. I'm grateful for this platform. I'm grateful that I have a plan when I get punched in the mouth. Unlike Mike Tyson says, everybody has a plan till they get punched in the mouth. I encourage you, tell your kids to punch you in the mouth. Make you stronger. Real talk. I'm grateful for Father's Day. I'm grateful for the fathers out there. Man, I'm so grateful. And today I wanted just to talk about the things that are happening while everybody is asleep. And maybe I'm just extra grateful because I am not asleep. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but we, Scriptures and Wallstreet listeners, are not asleep. The charts don't lie. The track tracer control, it's here, man. It is here. My father just called me. And as you guys know, he's a pastor. Love him. I'm going this week to go RVing. I rented an RV. I'm going to go to North Carolina this week. It's been a few days. Kids are out of school. Why not, right? And I'll still be working. Still be podcasting. But I'm just grateful that we live right now, for now, in an environment where we can do what we want for now. There's a scripture, Psalms 20. It says some believe in chariots, and some in horses, but we trust in the Lord our God. You know, my dad called me and said, I'm going to be preaching and I want to bring up money, and people are wanting to answer what to do about inflation. And then I started thinking about two parents, kids, not just a single mom, but two incomes. Some families have two jobs. Some parents have two jobs just to make ends meet. Guys, do not blame Trump. Don't blame the Jews. Don't blame the government. Don't blame anybody. Blame yourself. Inflation is not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, a lot of people thought that silver was going to be the way, dude. The dollar's crashing. You got to buy silver. Silver's going to go to 1,000, bro. Literally, I had to go on town halls. Real America Voice, podcast, SPF, Scriptures in Wall Street, Twitter, mentor groups, trading groups. And I said, guys, silver is going to crash. I understand the dollar's crashing. I understand that the AI needs it, but AI is going to crash too. And if you think for 1 second silver is going to bust through $250 this year and bet your whole retirement on it, let me know, because I know a good doctor, because you need help. You are emotionally irrational, and money does not care about your feelings. That's the truth. Do I need to show you charts? Do I need to prove that silver now is just under $57? After we were just talking last month, when it was hanging out 75 to 90, 75 to 90, and I got the calls, when should I sell? You should have sold when I told you to sell at 115, 120, over 100. But no, we have emotional attachment. You are trusting in the chariots, some in horses. Maybe your horse is silver. Maybe your chariot is the podcast media, the fear. Maybe your chariot is actually getting fed the demon that is lying to you, saying you're going to be fine. All you got to do is buy silver. And guess what? The same people that control the stock market control the price of your dollar as well as silver, and they pull the damn rug underneath you. But guess what? Some people believe in chariots and in horses. But we, our listeners, our believers, our men of faith, our women of faith, recklessly trust the name of our Lord God. Guys, that's powerful, man, because we're seeing it right now. We are seeing it so much where people can't even afford inflation. They can't afford groceries. But where does a victim mindset come? I don't know if you were like me, the need for validation. You know, mommy left me because she had to go to work. I didn't understand when I was 4 years old, and I was screaming and I was petrified, PTSD, all the way up to my adolescence years. And so I was basically a sinner because I needed validation from women. I needed validation from people. I needed validation from gambling. I needed validation, and sin was a great way to get validated because my chariot was the validation. I needed that, like sugar, like a diabetic needs sugar. I just needed it. It was my drug. Validation. I needed to prove that I was worthy enough. I didn't get it enough when I was a kid. And guess what? My family, my wife suffers every time I try to seek validation outside of my marriage. When our validation comes from the Lord, some trust in chariots, some trust in horses. What are your chariots and horses? For many of you, it's your checkbook. You got these things, these checkbooks. You want to see a lot of commas in there, a lot of digits, and boom, okay, yeah, we can do church, we can do life. I can love you more. I can provide for you because that's true love. I can write a check for anything you want, baby, because I love you. That was my language. I thought love was performing. I thought love at one point was to make a lot of money and give it all to your family and get recognition. That's how you got validation. How wrong is that? Well, some of us still live that life. And let me tell you, it ain't going to last long, because your validation should not come from your wife alone or your spouse or your mistress or anyone. It should come from God. And when I read this verse, Psalms 20, some believe in chariots and horses. But the thing is that we all have chariots and horses we trust. Some of you is your green money account. Some of you is your yellow money account. And it's all good. It's all good. But when are we going to start trusting God? My dad called me and said, son, I'm going to be preaching Sunday, and I want to talk about finances and inflation, but I also want to give a solution. What say you about what's going on? And I said, Pops, I got to record. I talk about this all the time. And my dad has a heart of gold, man. Like, he really, truly wants to serve. And I got an email the other day saying I'm a fake Christian. I laugh. I love the hate mail. Like, it's so funny. You're calling me a fake Christian. But God says, before you judge someone else, judge your own heart. Look at the log in your eye. I'm not a perfect Christian. I'm a sinner. I've committed adultery. I've fornicated. I've literally have committed sin. I broke wedding vows. I'll confess every sin publicly, because the more light I can put on my sin, the more that sin has no power in me or my family, because me and my house, we will serve the Lord. So you can send me all the hate emails, call me a spick Jew, call me all this stupid stuff, and even racial things like, oh, you need to go back to your homeland. What? Fayetteville, North Carolina, where I drink sweet tea and my rice and beans my mom made me? Sure. I'm actually going this weekend. It's just ignorance. And we see that with some of the listeners saying, oh, you're a spick, you're this, you're that, you're an idiot. Silver will never crash. The economy needs silver. Yes, the economy does need silver, and that's another subject. And I believe I'm pro silver. I'm pro Bitcoin. I'm pro silver. But that doesn't mean it's not red money. That does not mean it's worth your retirement, the risk in your retirement. Let me tell you something. You put money in that and it goes down 50%. Is that going to change your life? Or if it doubles another 80% to 100%, will that change your life? Probably not, but losing it would. So I'd be cautious about pointing the finger. You know who you are. I'm not going to give much energy to it, but I just laugh because you're probably a miserable person. You're probably a miserable person. And I pray for you. I pray that God will deliver you. I pray that that you will get curious. Ask questions about why you feel the way you feel. If something bothers you, look deep inside and ask, why does it bother me? And I promise you, it's because it's something that you don't like in yourself. So please call me every offensive thing you can possibly imagine, because I'm not here to cater to your feelings. I'm not. And you can ask my current clients that. A lot of them have raised their voice at me. A lot of them argue, I can't believe you did that. And I enjoy it. I said, let it out. The frustrations, let it out. Because look, I don't need your business. I value it. I value you as a person. I'm real, man. I'm not here to make you all dandy and happy and this and that. If you want that, go to Merrill Lynch, go to Edward Jones. They get paid to tell you what you want to hear. No, man. Show me the company that's sponsoring this podcast. Who pays for this podcast? Because I'm not profitable on a podcast. I really not. This stuff, This stuff can cost anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000 a month to produce. And I'm somewhere around that range. Do you see companies coming in here like the gold companies and all these other companies throwing money around? You know why? Because my integrity is never for sale. I would rather take a loss, pay that production bill like I've done for the past 6 years. I make my money when someone calls and needs advice, and I make my 1% on advisory side. I make my 1% a year on the insurance side. If you decide that a green money account is right for you, yes, I do make money. I don't make money doing a podcast, and I daggone sure when I sell out to the freaking Zionists that are controlling all of the podcasters you listen to. I would say 95%, anyone that has a platform that is worth writing a check to, their message is tainted. It is contaminated because there is a company that wants them to say what they are paid to say. Every Rumble social influencer out there, they have these like read-offs. You have to read off whatever they give you for a check every single month. So even Rumble, its platform, has been occupied, has been tainted, has been influenced. How do we know that those products are going to be tried, true, and blessed by you? How do we know that when you consume those products or that service that you're going to be taken care of? That's me, man. Everything that I bring to this show has been tried and true. From me to the Get Me Lean USA products, everything that you buy from here, I can put my name on because they don't pay me a salary. I only bring on affiliates because I don't want anyone to pay me a salary. And if I like your product, I'll talk about it to the moon and back. But I'm not going to change who I am just because a financial company is offering me $2 million. And I'm not saying that to be cocky. I'm saying that because it's important, guys, to stand on your beliefs. It's important to acknowledge the chariots and the horses in your life. It's important to just trust the Lord, our God, which is so freaking hard because he is supernatural and we are just natural. He works in a different realm, call it vibration, call it order, whatever you want to call it. He works in the supernatural, and we only I see it when I believe it attitude. But when I got off the phone with my dad today, and he said, how can people beat inflation? And the first thing that came to my mind was, yeah, I can say the dumb normie stuff. Oh, well, invest in yourself, find a side gig, lower your expenses. And that is common sense. Look, we needed to stop living over our means and live underneath our means. If you make $5,000 a month, try to live off $2,500 a month. Do what you got to do. Cancel Netflix. Look how many times you got to go to Starbucks. Freeze the debit cards and only use cash. The Dave Ramsey system is actually not bad. He's just terrible financial advice. He's good at debt consolation. However, that is not my typical client. My typical client can beat inflation. They just have a problem keeping their money, not losing it, and also tax efficiencies. And that's where I come in to help out, because you can have a beautiful retirement, you can grow it, but you can also lose it because you get too emotional. People get too emotional. They make the wrong mistakes. They are trusting in the chariots and the horses and not trusting in God that, hey, the wise seek counsel, and I am the counsel, the financial counsel. I can help you. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for so long. I'm really good at what I do. I don't need to brag. My actions speak for itself. And if you look me online and want to judge me, go ahead, because there's a lot of people that hate me online. There's a lot of people that create fake articles about me, fake allegations about me. But let me tell you, I've been audited so many times. I've been in courts so many times. And tell me, how many times have I ever been arrested? How many fines have I paid to the SEC or the state of Florida? I'll give you a hint. Zero. Because we don't do anything to justify that. And everything online these days is bogus. It's because people have an agenda and their agenda is to crush yours and lie and deceive, defame. This is the tactics of red money idiots. These are the tactics of the Zionists. These are the tactics that people that get paid to destroy a message. But if you trust in chariots and horses, that's the way you live. Oh, well, Carlos, you're not on the BBB. Oh, great. Yeah, because the BBB has regulation towards me. You know, the BBB wants $5,000 a year so they can say my name is a good name. You think I care about the BBB? Go call them and tell them I said go kick rocks. I don't care about them. I don't. They mean jack shizzle to me. Guys, it's time to start being real about what is really important. If you're worried about inflation, it's because you have your money wrong. Maybe your income plan is wrong. Maybe you're not saving enough. Maybe you're overspending. Yeah, you probably need some more income. That doesn't necessarily mean you got to get a second job. That's the easiest way. But what things can you do from not just your 9 to 5, but your 5 to 9? What are some things that you can do to invest in human capitalization, making yourself smarter, better, wiser, and more efficient from your 5 to 9 schedule every day? When I was building my business, my book of business, I was 9 to 5 in it, and then I would basically start another business from 5 to 9. And then I realized, wait a second, I am making a little bit of income from my 5 to 9. But if I could take that part-time hours and invest it in my main business and my main job, I'd make more, I'd be happier more, and I would work less long-term. Although I would work more the next 5 years. In 5 years, I never even worried about getting another second job. So I say that because people are trusting so much in the money in their checking account and not in God. And I know you're tired of me hearing that. And I want to show you some charts. I just basically want to sound the alarm. Look, everybody's sleeping and the government's changing things like you wouldn't believe. They're doing stuff that is just detrimental to everyone right now. If you currently have money in the bank, a 401k, or even precious metals in an IRA, you may want to listen up. You're going to want to have a place where you have a guarantee on your funds. As we go into a lower interest rate environment, banks will be stressed out when the commercial real estate crisis happens. Right now, you can get a guarantee, yes, a guarantee on your principal, and get a bonus. If you're younger than 65 years of age, we can utilize an insurance-based contract that has been around for over 100 years. We want to help you find a guarantee on your funds that are actually outside of banking laws, outside of securities laws. And guess what? You get a guarantee on your funds. You get a guarantee on your principal. Go to greenmoneysolutions.com, fill out your information, and let's just see if you qualify. You know, how do we beat inflation, Carlos? You know, we may not control Washington, right? We may not control the Fed Reserve. We may not even control the news, but you can control your household. You definitely control your household. And what I encourage you to think is that you got to live below your means. Eliminate any high interest debt. Diversify, not 7, but 8 ways. And more importantly, you got to start investing in long-term terms rather than emotionally reacting to headlines. Learn skills that increase your human capital. Spend more time with your family rather than living in fear. We know that inflation is going to steal your purchasing power, but wisdom protects it. Spending more time with your family, spending more time with God is the greatest investment. People ask me, what's the best investment of all time? Gold, silver, real estate, stocks, bonds, crypto. You know, markets rise or markets go down. Basically, currencies will strengthen and some will weaken. We see that right now with the dollar. But God remains forever. And I know you don't want to hear that because I go back to my Psalms 20 again, that some trust in chariots and some trust in horses, but we trust in the name of God. Not Washington, not Wall Street, not your Chase checking account, not the Federal Reserves, but Christ alone. The headlines are going to continue like you wouldn't believe. And as a matter of fact, let's see what they're saying now, because I laugh because it's so obvious that they have a program that they want to portray. They have a program that they have to do. We have this AI boom that is happening, and now we're starting to see it turn around a little bit. Micron soars after earnings beat. Blowout earnings. AI's brutal toll on the job market is on the way. Trump abruptly halts housing affordability legislation. Here's how foreign baseball A-Rod is investing. Who cares about A-Rod? Stocks close mixed as bruising week for tech drags on. Fed stress shows big banks can withstand severe recession. Oh, let's click on that one. Fed stress test shows the biggest U.S. banks are strong enough to withstand a severe recession. So let's go ahead with the panic. Oh, yeah, recession's coming, guys. Recession's coming. What does this mean? Oh, man, I read this. The bros told me that, dude, the recession is coming. I read it on Yahoo. We have buffers. I mean, it just goes on, man. It just goes on. So are we hitting a recession or not? Well, one thing I'll tell you is don't trust the bro investor sites, because that's where all the herd goes. We trust in charts, and we trust in the knowledge that God has given us. Oh, look at this. Bitcoin slides below 60,000 as sell-off deepens. I wonder who told you that. The research is done before it actually happens. We already talked about Bitcoin going to the 40s, and now we're in the 50s. Insane, man. This was at 59,000 earlier today. So we're in the 50s. Silver is in the 50s. Anyone excited about that? Yeah, it was about a month ago. I said the dollar's pumping. Get ready. Silver could go down to the 50s. Guys, we're at 57 right now. Who's laughing now? Who is laughing? You're either buying or you're panic selling right now. Me, I'm just holding. I still have silver on my desk. Never sold it. I have a ton somewhere else, but this is just a small stack. For me, it's just a bug out bag. It's not my retirement. Many of you, it is retirement, and that's okay. You just are okay with red money. You're okay with the losses. You're okay with the volatility. I don't think it's smart, especially if you got an IRA, precious metals IRA. IRAs are dangerous when it comes to precious metals. You don't know how much you're paying to going in. You don't know how much it's going to cost to get out. And now you're buying a volatile asset in the red money bucket that you don't even own the daggone account. The government does. And you told them exactly where your precious metals reside at. Oh, well, it's in Delaware, Carlos. This is in Texas. It's in Montana. Do you really think the government gives a flip about where their gold is at? I say there because it's theirs. It's not yours. It's in their account that they established. Just like the FDIC, the money in your bank is not yours. How many times you've heard it? You can Google it. You can chat GPT it, perplexity it. It don't matter, man. That money is gone as soon as you make that deposit or get that ACH deposit. That money technically no longer is yours. Legally is no longer yours. You only have the withdrawal rights if they have it. They could do whatever they want at any given time. They have a nice little switch, and that switch belongs to them, not you, because you signed up for safety. You signed up for interest payment. You signed up for all these things, behavioral clauses, large deposit clauses, disclosures, attorney arbitration disclosures. If you don't like that contract, you can hire an attorney at your expense. Even if they lose, it still goes to you. You waive your rights for arbitration if you ever have a problem with your bank. This is a normal normal account agreement. And it doesn't matter if it's a credit union. I used to say, yeah, credit unions are more likely to not go under because of the stress. It's just as bad. The contracts are just as bad. The NCUA looks a lot better on paper, but it's the same track, trace, control. They are now affiliated with FedNow programs. So congratulations, guys. These are all your up-to-date FedNow banks. Abbey Credit Union, American National Bank of Texas, Apple Bank. Wow. I'm going to just name not all of them, but some popular ones. Bluestone Federal Credit Union, a lot of Coastal Federal Credit Union, which is my hometown in North Carolina. Dang, didn't know that. Farmers and Merchants Bank, First Bank and Trust Company, First Citizens Bank, another bank that went, did they go belly up? They were almost insolvency. I have to look that up, but that's from my hometown, North Carolina. First National Bank, you guys know who that was. First Security Bank, Florida Capital Bank, First State Bank, Logix Federal Credit Union, another credit union, Michigan One Community Credit Union, Northfield Savings Bank, Ocean First Bank, People's Bank, Osgood Bank, Old Fort Banking Company. Sounds like Old Fart Banking Company. Ocean's First Bank, Northfield Savings Bank. I mean, the list goes on. Suncoast Credit Union here in Tampa, TBA Education Credit Union, TEG Federal Credit Union, Third Coast Bank, Tinker Federal Credit Union, Trail West Bank, Transportation Alliance, Union State, Vast Bank, Westeria Credit Union, and Wings Financial Credit Union. Guys, this is insane, man. These are a lot of banks have automatically, officially rose their hand and said, you know, Mr. Government, we, Plains Capital Bank in Dallas, Texas, would be honored to be on your Fed funds list. Whatever you need, Mr. Government. We voluntarily want to be in the FedNow program. Guys, what this basically means is that they're instructed to keep an active list of transactions to participate in the track, trace, control agenda. So if you buy peptides that are non-FDA approved and they don't like it, they shut you down. They debank you. Okay? Now, I know that's very fearful. And yes, your big ones, JP Morgan Chase, BOA, Bank of America, Capital One, Wells Fargo, PNC Bank, TD Bank, and BNY, they are all up in the FedNow program. So don't think you're safe there. Now, we're not here to fear. I'm not here to fearmonger. I'm just here to tell you the truth. It is very, very important, guys, to understand that this is a track, trace, control agenda. While you're sleeping, they're creating more and more divisive track, trace, control. I heard the optics are going crazy right now. Like, I mean, people don't even realize they don't own the money in their bank. They don't own the stuff that's out there. So that's the problem, is that you don't even know what you own anymore. I have a client that's had a joint account. His wife passed away, and he's struggling to get his funds. It's sad. I'm fighting for him. And the daughter's getting it. Thankfully, the daughter loves the surviving spouse, her dad, her adopted dad, and she's getting the funds and gifting it back to this particular original owner. Thank God for good people. And you know what? We trust in God. We trust in God. And for those of you that don't know what that means, to please God or trust God. Most believers want to please God. They go to church, they worship, they pay their tithes, they do great things, they donate their time at the church, they minister in any way they can, they reach out, they help their pastors move in and move out. Whatever the situation is, they're pleasing God. But God doesn't need to be pleased. He doesn't need to be fanned or fed grapes. And, you know, he's not some king where he's looking for servants to serve him and make him feel comfortable. He's looking for people, warriors, that can just trust him. when you don't have enough money at the end of the month, when you don't know what the doctor's report's going to say, you don't know if your spouse is going to stay, you don't know if your kid is going to graduate, you don't know if their diagnosis is a curable disease, you don't know any of this stuff. But when you give your heart to Christ, you literally have the ability to trust him and not worry about the natural. And so with doing so, what is amazing, God gives you like visions. He gives you knowledge. He's given me plenty of knowledge with the markets and retirement. And I love speaking truth into this because it goes against the grain, especially with our believers here, our right side movement, call it the truth movement. They thought for so long over here back in 23 and 25 that we had to buy silver in order to survive this collapse, this financial reset. Guys, the financial reset is the track, trace, control. The financial reset is everything that goes down, even your precious metals. So what do? Well, you have different buckets. And at the end of the day, your precious metals is sucking right now because it's red money. It will come back up. I just don't think you have enough time for it to come back up and pay the fee. It's a lot of junk you got to go through. But this is a daily chart, guys. We could see this is not stopping anytime soon. There's a lot of momentum here. And if I had to guess, we could be at 49 in another 2 or 3 more weeks. This momentum is crazy. It's a freight train, like a crazy crash. And this is what they want to do while you're sleeping. Silver, extremely powerful. It's got a financial component as well as an AI component. Larry Fink said it himself that, and this is why AI has been taking a dip. And let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is the godfather of all AI. Look at this drop on NVIDIA. We're under 200 right now. And NVIDIA is over 235 just in May. They know they don't have enough AI to build this thing out. And it's dropping. It's dropping like crazy, which is carrying the whole stock market. Let's look at the NASDAQ. You see, I got red traffic lights on my short term, midterm, and long term. The NASDAQ is dropping like crazy. Don't pay attention to my right sidebar here. But yes, this is the NASDAQ. We're starting to see a meltdown. And the momentum's going down because they're losing faith in the supply of AI. Like there's not enough data centers. There's not enough silver to build the AI. And so they're creating another asset class within its own. It's called computing. Larry Fink said computing will be a whole new asset class, and quantum computing particularly. So we've had $3 trillion in losses because people have panic sold. Again, we go to the VIX, and we love the VIX here on Scriptures on Wall Street because it tells us the truth of how fearful you are. And look, I'm starting to get some green lights on my traffic lights. This is on a daily. This is the volatility index, guys. So fear and greed is pumping back up. Look at this thing. I'm going to spread it out even more. Look at this pop we've had. It went to 20, what was it? 20 all and was shot down all the way back to lower than 18 or 18 and a half. I'm sorry. Yeah, it did go below 18. Went to 1820, 1809. And we see this volatility of fear and greed. People don't know what to do. It looks like it's going to go back down again. This is red bars, a little bit of green long term. So green long term means the stock market is going to go down. When this goes up, stock market goes down. But let's kind of confirm it with our shorts. So SPXS is one of my favorite shorts. Oh boy, all green bars here, and it looked like it's going to come up a little bit. So yes, the market is going down. SPXS, probably a good time to buy. Again, not investment advice. Nothing I say on this podcast is investment advice. I'm not giving financial advice. If you would like financial advice, give us a call, 813-448-3446, or book your appointment online at cortezwm.com. Again, it's cortezwm.com. We will be ready for your information. We won't pester you. We won't bother you. We don't sell your information. We truly just want to help you and answer any questions about your retirement, pray with you, and leave you with some hope. But yes, give us a call if you're confused about what's going on, or you don't know what to do. Maybe you just got a divorce and you got a quadro coming in, or you came into a pile of money because you sold a home or you received an inheritance. We want to help that person. Maybe you're a single mom or woman and you need just some direction. Maybe your husband or you're widowed, did all the finances, which is very common, and you just need some leadership on the financial retirement spectrum of things. Let me be that help for you. I would be honored to help you. However, you got to have a plan, because look, SPXS only goes up when the stock market goes down. This bad boy is picking up some momentum. Again, this is not investment advice. I'll confirm it with my other charts here. And you see this little blue bar here? That shows a reversal happening, meaning that there's a turnover happening and the market is going down. We are not just listening to the bro investors. We are literally looking at the charts. And this is as of today, June 24th of 2026. I'm saying this, the market's going down. SPXS. Let's get another confirmation. SQQQ. This is short the NASDAQ. Boom. Nothing but green lights, y'all. Nothing but green lights. This makes money when the market goes down. Market's been skyrocketing. The NASDAQ's been skyrocketing. Look at this. This has been going down. You should have been picking these up a while ago. I mean, they were down, I think, around 35. Pretty good deal for a hedge. Now, you will lose money. You will lose money if you hold this long term. This is just a trade and not investment advice. But this would be a great time to enter in if you're trying to hedge your AI-based funds or against yourself from the 401k or the NASDAQ, or if you're in some type of growth funds, you're going to want a contrarian hedge so that when the market does tank, you're making money, or at least bringing your principal back and breaking even. So SQQ is going to be great. Also, SOO. I just want to look at a dollar. Actually, I want to look at a dollar, not SOO. And here we are, boy. Oh my goodness gracious. This thing is green skies. This is like a freaking Christmas tree. Look at this dollar. Is the dollar crashing, y'all? Y'all see a dollar that's crashing? How many times you heard people say the dollar is crashing? You know when I say to those people, show me the charts. Show me where it's crashing. Well, I just know it because Biden this, Biden that. Show me the charts. Well, I just know because the spirit told me, I felt in my gut the dollar's crashing. Okay, show me where the dollar's crashing. I just know it. I just know it. Okay. And let me guess. All your money is in silver, right? Well, yeah, because we're not going to have a dollar anymore. Okay. Have a good day. I can't help that person because they've listened to the podcasters. They listen to people that want to feed them what they want to hear. They want to create their bias on their belief system, but they can't look at the chart and believe in it when it's happening right in front of them. Guys, that's not you. Don't ever get in that space where you're looking at something and you want to believe, but you see the actual evidence, the true evidence, and you still can't accept it. Then you, my friend, have an ignorance problem. The dollar's pumping. You're losing your butts on gold and silver. Now, this is over the span of 3 months. This is the fact of red money. Let's look over the span of the past few years. Let's just talk about it. So yeah, the dollar has corrected itself. In 2025, it slammed crazy low to 101 and 96 parity, right? To 96. So your dollar was worth 101, and now it's only worth 96. Versus right now, it's back to 101. Does this look like a crash to you? It had a correction. I'm still trying to find the crash. Where did the dollar crash, guys? Where did we start believing that lie? Then you're getting scammed by GoCo and paying 30% commission to a New Yorker that's a slick, you know what? And then he screwed you on 30% on the back end. Don't fall victim to that. There were some clients that actually paid a surrender on their safe money, on their green money, and bought gold and silver, got screwed over, paid 30%, paid the insurance company a surrender to get out, and lost money to these predatory gold companies, putting them in red money, and now they're losing even more money. A lot of them have lost so much money. All they had to do was just stay in their green money accounts, and they would have been up tremendously and never lost anything. But the fear, the unknown, the listening to that demonic spirit of fear has wrecked people. Don't let that be you. Please, my heart goes out to you. I beg you just to give us a call. Let us know what you're trying to do, just to make sure you get a second opinion. That's it. I don't care if you do business with us or not. I just don't want you to lose money. I don't want you to get hurt. It's terrible when I can share my experience and share what I've seen myself personally or what clients have been through. And this message is not for everybody, and I get it. But look, the dollar's pumping. You're going to get so sick of your silver and your gold, you're going to sell it, and that's what they want you to do because they need it. They need it for the data centers. They need it for the track, trace, control. They just need it, guys. So what I want to implement is that track, trace, control is here. Give us a call. Your retirement is at huge stake right now when the markets are going down. Don't lose money to the markets. If you're in a 401k, go conservative right now. Now's not time to be greedy. So what if you miss out on the next AI boom? What is 15% gain or 18% gain when you could lose 30% of your retirement? Don't let that be you. You have to understand that red money has its place as a tool, but also green money has its place where the amount of dollars that you never ever want to lose should be in green money, period. The downside of green money is you only have access to 10% a year. And our yellow money system is kind of like a hybrid of everything where there is risk, there's limited risk. You can lose, but there's limited losses because our traders are really good at what they do. They literally get out of the markets and get back in when the financial stars realign. They have charts just like this, and they're really, really good at what they do. I don't want to even tell you the returns that they're getting because the returns are not indicative of future results. But guys, I'm going to go. My family is waiting for me to get on this RV and head home. I love y'all. Hey, if you haven't had a chance, please subscribe to our Rumble channel, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, as well as Spotify. All you got to do is just search Scriptures and Wallstreet, and you'll see my mug on that thumbnail. Click and subscribe. I appreciate it. Also, if you want to help our sponsors out, you can go to getmeleanusa.com. Get some great peptides, all American animal products as well as plant-based products here in America, a Christian-based company that's actually making an impact on people's health, their sleep, their minds, as well as their full body. Definitely get you a package on auto subscription. You can cancel anytime. I make a few bucks, enough to keep on talking about them because it's being impactful. I use them every stinking day. My kids use it. The calm I have to with ADHD. It is awesome. The stuff is awesome. So get you some. And yeah, you won't regret it. You won't regret it. And I've lost 15, 16 pounds. I've been more focused on tracking my belly and what I'm eating. I've been eating way too much. Stress eating, I think. So I had to get back into gear. I backslid a little bit. I got comfortable and the pants weren't fitting just right. And so I started walking, started taking my Get Me Lean products and just being more disciplined in my scriptures and my faith and my time. And I'm back. I'm back. So anyways, I love y'all and pray that your name is written in the book of life Because at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. This stuff doesn't matter if your name is not written in the book of life. Ask Jesus in your heart. Become a believer. And life is not going to be a fairy tale. It will get harder. But what it does, like James says, it creates perseverance. And perseverance is an amazing thing. It's painful, but there is no advancement in life without pain. Well, God bless you guys, and I will see you soon. Don't forget at CortezWM.com to book your appointment. So how many times have we gotten lost in the minutia of the everyday life? We've gotten fat, we've gotten lazy, we've gotten complacent, not just in our faith, but also our fitness, maybe our finances, maybe our marriage, maybe our family. But we've gotten complacent, and we constantly need to continue to grow. And one of the things I was weak at was in my fitness. As a former athlete, I thought I had it all. My ego got in the way. I'm like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Up until now, I have been able to focus on my fitness. For those of you who've been following me for 3 or 4 years, you understand that I've gained a lot of weight. I've used the excuse of having 4 kids, a marriage, a business, helping out at church, all these excuses. And I keep putting myself in the back burner. This is deadly. And what I love about this company, what I love about taking ownership, is that GetMeLeanUSA.com has the ability to introduce natural, groundbreaking peptides. What your body demands, what your body needs to release those fat stored cells, to build muscle, to gain your physical being back to where it's naturally supposed to be. We're not talking about big pharma saying we're going to come out with the weight loss drug. We're not talking about losing muscle. We're talking about gaining muscle, gaining your physique back, controlling your appetite, giving you the edge that you need to help you get your body back in check the way God intended it to be, by using his resources with America First products, with America First company that aligns and believes in what you believe in. Introducing GetMeLeanUSA.com. Get in. This is going to be groundbreaking, huge business opportunity, as well as a huge groundbreaking technology that is going to change the landscape. So I know good things before I see it, and I highly recommend you get in. All you got to do is click the link below and get you some fit, get you some lean, and get fit and get lean. This is not going to do everything. Of course, diet and exercise, you continue your walking, continue your protein intake, but man, does it make it a whole lot easier to get in shape. Look at me, I've lost 60 pounds, but this is actually fundamentally a great recipe to get back in shape. And I can personally attest to the amazing effects of this product. So go to GetMeLeanUSA.com. You won't regret it. You can cancel anytime. They're affordable, and yet they're effective. And you are supporting our show. You're supporting yourself. You're supporting a mission. There is an affiliate program attached to it if you would want to share it with your friends and family. There's a whole nother opportunity there. But more importantly, let's get your fitness back in check. God bless you. Carlos Cortez here, signing out.